a sociologist and an academic, and as a politician, she brings passion, intellectual rigor, and scholarly precision to her work. She also serves as the Minister of Education and has been entrusted with the task of transforming the nation through education. I am told, Prime Minister, that your bond with India was forged at an early age as you studied at Delhi University. We hope that you will continue to renew your bond with India. We are truly thankful for your presence at the inaugural Innovation Islands Summit, and it is my privilege to invite you to deliver the Prime Ministerial address.
Excellency, Your Excellency, the High Commissioner for India, dignitaries, guests, innovators, change makers, and attendees. Good afternoon, and I'm very pleased to see you today at this Innovation Island Summit 2025. I'm very happy to be here as we embark on a journey of dialogue, collaboration, and visionary action. The world today stands at a critical juncture. We are facing interconnected challenges: climate change, economic volatility, technological disruption, and geopolitical uncertainty. But with challenges come opportunities. And today, through this summit, we have an opportunity to craft solutions that are uniquely suited to island nations such as ours. Innovation suggests something new, fresh, something that challenges existing ways of thinking and doing things. I can think of no better place than Sri Lanka to be hosting a conference organized around the theme of innovation at this particular moment. Sri Lanka is poised for transformation. There is a sense of anticipation, excitement, and hope in the air. We are looking to the future with confidence and belief in ourselves. That in itself is an innovation. For far too long, as Sri Lankans, we look to the past for inspiration. We reference the past for our greatness. We talked about our history, our achievements in the past, with a sense of regret about the present. There's certainly much in our history to be proud of. Our sophisticated, ancient irrigation systems, architecture, religious monuments, literature, art, our sophisticated social organizations. We can go back 2,500 years and more and talk about the wonders of our past. And in fact, I invite those of you here today who are visiting our country, perhaps for the first time, to take some time to visit some of our heritage sites and see all this for yourself. Trust me, there's a lot to see and experience in our little island. But what I also want to say is that today we are looking at the past with an eye towards the future. Previously, our leaders talked about the glories of our past. Today, we are also talking about the potential for a glorious future. And it is for this reason that innovation is a very appropriate term in our conversations about how to make that happen. I don't mean innovation as a catchphrase or simply as the flavor of the month. There's a bit of a danger of that as well. Everybody wants to innovate. Everybody wants to become an innovator. I'm talking about innovation in the sense of being a catalyst for meaningful transformation. It's about bringing something fresh into our deliberations and interventions. It's not simply about an imagined future, and I don't think it means a complete break from the past, but it certainly suggests a future, looking forward. It's also not simply about technology or science, but it's also about fresh perspectives, ideas, paradigms, fresh thinking. Innovation is important because some of the problems that we have to tackle are not new. We need to think hard about why some problems have remained with us for so long, far too long. The seeming intractability of some issues requires us to think afresh, perhaps ask new questions, or approach these issues from a new perspective. The thematic pillars of the Innovation Island Summit 2025 are central to driving innovation and creating a lasting impact on our communities and industries. These pillars provide a framework for shaping our vision for sustainable and inclusive growth, guiding our efforts towards a future that is both resilient and equitable. Like many nations, we have faced our fair share of challenges resulting from both natural and man-made disasters. As a post-colonial nation, we struggle with issues of identity, governance systems, and outdated laws. We struggle with concepts such as modernity and development and postmodernity. Part of these struggles have to do with our failure, our collective failure, to build a society based on social justice and inclusivity after independence. Independence did not, unfortunately, really lead to greater democratization of society, of our society, in the sense of greater citizen participation. Rather, it led to the establishment of a system of patronage-based power systems, creating a privileged elite political class that gradually grew more corrupt. Today, this is changing, and we have an opportunity to democratize society both politically and economically. This is the transformative potential of this particular moment. Like many nations around the world, we are witnessing the undeniable harmful impacts of climate change, pollution, global warming, and rising sea levels. For example, overfishing, driven by both illegal and unsustainable fishing practices, has led to the depletion of marine resources, which not only affects the livelihoods of local fishermen, but also disrupts the broader marine ecosystem. Pollution, including plastic waste, untreated sewerage, and industrial runoff, continues to damage marine biodiversity, harming both the fishing industry and coastal tourism. Many developing countries, especially in regions like Southeast Asia, South Asia, and parts of Africa, have become the destination for much of the world's plastic waste due to lax regulations, inadequate waste management infrastructure, and environmental policies. This waste, particularly plastic, not only harms marine life, but also disrupts ecosystems, fisheries, and tourism industries that many of these nations rely on for their economic survival. Addressing waste management and reducing dumping in the global south is crucial to safeguarding marine ecosystems and ensuring the sustainability of the blue economy. The scale and urgency of the problem is unprecedented, which only makes it more crucial that we are steadfast, resolute, and innovative in response. As a government, we are committed to addressing these challenges with full awareness and responsibility. We refuse to remain passive or overlook the issues at hand. Our government is determined to confront these challenges proactively and with unwavering resolve. The Clean Sri Lanka project stands as a testament to the importance we place on environmental preservation and our dedication to creating a cleaner, more sustainable future for the nation. I therefore welcome a summit like this in which we are able to discuss and draw ideas and inspiration from leading experts in the field to develop practical, effective policy. We also have to face the reality that our environmental challenges are also intimately connected with economic issues. As a result of decades of mismanagement and corruption, Sri Lanka has found herself in a fragile economic state, as you well know. We know we are not alone, with many countries in the global south struggling in the face of large amounts of external debt within a global financial system that does not create rules for all to play on a level playing field. However, we also see the ways in which precious financial resources that have been available have been misused. I was just discussing some of this with our High Commissioner. A problem we have vowed to address, and the lack of foresight or planning that has left us ill-prepared for global economic shifts. It is deeply concerning that as we took office in 2024, food insecurity remained a pressing issue, affecting approximately 17% of Sri Lanka's population, with an estimated 31% of children under the age of 5 suffering from malnutrition. And we've moved to a stage of chronic malnutrition, which is very, very worrying because this is irreversible. We cannot allow this to persist. Any economic policy must prioritize addressing these challenges. Addressing these challenges and creating the conditions for a more resilient economic future requires bold action and a willingness to seek new opportunities for growth. Sri Lanka is well positioned to do so, given our rich natural resources and our strong political commitment to forward-looking, research-driven policies and investments. There remains significant potential to diversify our economy while also enhancing the sustainability and profitability of our existing industries, ensuring long-term prosperity for our people. Underpinning all of our thinking about current and future economic development in Sri Lanka is our commitment to fairness and inclusion. We know that environmental and economic difficulties often render even more vulnerable the poorest and most marginal in our society. In many contexts, women have borne the brunt of economic and environmental insecurity, all the while continuing to play a vital role in sustaining their families and communities through unpaid care work. Their contributions have long been underestimated. Underlining our commitment to gender equality, the government is determined to ensure that all future planning related to economic and environmental policy will incorporate a clear commitment to both understanding and addressing the gendered impact experienced at the community level. However, without dismantling the patriarchal systems that continue to limit women's opportunities, and without creating the right conditions for them to thrive, resources alone will not lead to lasting transformation. Structural change is essential. When we talk about women in leadership positions, it's clear that they are disproportionately represented. For example, in Sri Lanka, where women make up 52% of the population, only 22 of 225 members of parliament are women. And that is the first time we've reached 22. Previous highest was 13. This disparity is not due to a lack of capacity or ability among women, but is deeply rooted in the patriarchal structure that reinforces the idea that politics is a domain for men, while women should remain in the role of homemakers or in the private sphere. This systemic barrier perpetuates gender inequality and limits women's access to political leadership. To address this, we must address the root causes of gender inequality, challenge stereotypes, and reform institutions to ensure women have equal access to leadership roles. Local communities, civil society, and regional institutions must collaborate to create frameworks that promote women's leadership and ensure that women's voices are central to sustainable development initiatives. Building grassroots movements is critical. One example of this was our own effort in our initiative by our political party, Gahanu Api Eka Mitata, where we focus on empowering women to become politically active citizens. Through this initiative, we have brought together 20 women from diverse backgrounds and marginalized communities, women who do not come from political families, to represent the NPP, the National People's Power, in Parliament. So of the 22 women, 20 come from our party. This is a powerful example of how we can promote women's leadership and create platforms for them to actively engage in decision-making processes. However, this vision still remains a dream. Despite their immense potential, women continue to face structural barriers, limited access to opportunities, and societal norms that discourage their participation as well as leadership in fields such as politics and technology. This disparity limits their ability to drive the much-needed change in our world. Furthermore, many women still lack the freedom to occupy safe spaces in the digital world, where even something as basic as posting a profile picture or expressing themselves freely is often met with harassment, discrimination, and online violence. This reality highlights the urgent need to create inclusive environments, both offline and online, that empower women to engage fully in all aspects of society. As we enter the final phase of the 2030 Agenda, now is an important moment to reflect on our achievements and whether further progress remains necessary. At a time where much of the world seems to be going backwards, I'm proud to say that Sri Lanka is in a moment of positive transition, and Sri Lanka is becoming a beacon of hope. We actively embrace the need to move away from old models of economic development towards new approaches that ensure greater care and respect for the environment. We believe the science on climate change. We want to build a caring society, one where humans, animals, and the environment can flourish. And we are prepared to invest in strategies that will ensure our resilience and protect our important human and natural resources. We also see this as an exciting moment within which new opportunities may well emerge, and we feel well placed to take them up and act as a leading example globally. Underpinning all of this is our concern that prosperity and security should not be the preserve of a privileged few. While undoing the inequalities of the past is hard, we can learn important lessons moving forward and ensure that all steps taken towards promoting economic and environmental sustainability place the need of human security and development at their heart. It is also only through promoting inclusion and equality that we can fully harness the talent and potential our nation holds and maintain the stability that is needed to ensure a sustainable future. It means investing in high-quality, accessible education for all to allow our next generation to develop the skills needed to be innovative thinkers and problem solvers, well equipped to handle the new challenges we face and harness the new technologies on offer. It also means providing meaningful mechanisms through which people are able to participate in the decisions affecting their lives. This is all the more important for those who have been historically excluded and/or those who are most impacted by the consequences of particular policies or interventions. Strong, just, and transparent institutions are key to robust, stable democracy. We need people to have faith that the systems of governance are fair and effective and capable of responding to their needs. So once again, I thank you all for your time and input. I'm confident through sharing of our experiences, we have much to learn from each other. To effectively move forward, we must recognize that this is not about independence, but about interdependence. Individuals, communities, and nations must work together. Only through collective action, collaboration, and shared responsibility can we make meaningful progress. This interconnected approach is crucial for building resilience, creating sustainable solutions, and most importantly, ensuring a better future for all where no one is left behind. I hope the Innovation Island Summit 2025 will serve as a crucial multi-stakeholder, cross-disciplinary platform to explore strategies for advancing sustainable and innovative pathways for Sri Lanka and other island economies. As we engage in these discussions, I hope we can collectively shape policies and initiatives that drive resilience, economic growth, and inclusive development. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy your stay in Sri Lanka, and please come back. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honourable Prime Minister. If I can request you to stay back on the stage and invite Dr. Sameer Saran, President of the Observer Research Foundation, to join us on the stage and hand over a small token of appreciation. Can we have a big round of applause? And once again, I'd like to thank the Honourable Prime Minister. Your message of inclusive governance, of environmental sustainability and gender equality resonate with all of us. We thank you for your leadership and guidance and count on you for your continued support for the Innovation Island Summit. We will now go into a coffee break and we'll see you back at 4:15 p.m. for the last plenary, but the programming continues till the evening. So see you in a bit.